What up, guys? It's Sky Masters here, and I tell you, I love this game. It's not complete, and it's not for everybody, but if you like a long sunset or just staring out into nature, this game might be for you. The one reason why I do sort of like this game a whole lot, which grabbed me right from the beginning and was able to push me through the weird grinds and the weird go find another stick, go find another rock, kind of crafting thing, was that I felt like I was in Unreal Engine. I like to spend a lot of time building worlds in Unreal Engine. I like to I want to make a game, but for now I just dabble and I'll make a huge world and I don't even save it really. I just make these big, I take the terrain and I go all kind of crazy with it. I add fauna and flora and trees from assets that I can find from all over the internet. Unreal Engine is pretty much a drag and drop, make your own world. With that being said, when I'm inside of Towers of Aghasba, I feel like I'm almost on a blank slate. Like I've just made a blank desert, inside of the Unreal Engine, which the game is made in Unreal Engine. So that's a great feel. So I feel like I'm living a guided tour on how to use Unreal Engine and through this developer's mind, So it's kind of neat. It reminds me of building an Unreal Engine, except for you don't have to worry about building. You're just watching it kind of happen. It's just, I imagine they kind of sort of went like that. So anyway, here's the developers here. We got Kang Lee. He's the head guy here, and all the other artists and engineers behind it. I think there's some other guys that drew some of the artwork. We're going to watch some of the videos on this really quickly. I want to watch the original trailer for this because I haven't quite seen it all the way. I just think it'd be neat. Turn this up so I can hear it here. The music is great too. I'm going to actually look and see who does the music because I appreciate the music a lot. It starts off with this kind of simple song that goes through it for a while. You'll listen to this song for quite a bit, but the music does evolve and go on, and there's more songs, and I'm sure that they're going to add more in as it goes along. Concept art feel to it, but the game kind of does like this. I mean, I got no scenes like that yet. Pretty much the rest of this has you get that kind of a feel into the game. Planting seeds. And I'll tell you now, if you're going to go do the game, save as much poop as you can. There is so much poop saving in the game, it's ridiculous. At the end of the game, you have to find so much poop, it's almost all you're doing. If you're a completionist like me, you want to just get it done. It's a lot of fun. See these little, I'm getting all these weird ideas from this too, like those little platforms out of the water. I haven't been able to climb on the side of an animal. Well, I rode on the back of one of these things. Not like that, not mounting it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm waiting for the mounts, man. The next update is going to introduce some new mounts, they said. I'm not sure about all that. I've never used, so there's so much crafting and stuff. Here's the artist here. Here's the director talking about hiring an artist to do custom textures and
I'm the director for Towers of Aghasba, and today is actually a very little fun behind-the-scene video about how we make our main textures for the environment. Traditionally, typically, you would use something like Substance Painter or, Photoshops or Quixel Megascan, for example, to create these digital textures. But as a huge fan of Studio Ghibli films, such as Nausicaa, Princess Mononoke, Totoro, I was able to reach out to my friend Yui.
When I first seen the art style, I thought it was really washed out. And there was some other people that were saying the same thing. And there were some people making a reshade for it to pop the colors. And I kind of agreed with it until I saw this. When I seen this, the hand-painted textures and the washed-out colors became my favorite thing.
Yuichi Nishikawa, he's a background painter over at Studio Ghibli. Collaboration is like many of our texture for the game, the ground, the walls, the environment textures are actually hand-painted by Yoichi. So it's with exactly the process they would do over Ghibli Studio. And he actually worked on them from Ghibli Studio next to Miyazaki. It's a huge honor, and then we're so grateful that we have the opportunity. And the video will showcase some of the processes and some videos of him making these beautiful paintings.
Sweet.
You enjoy.
今年でちょうど20年目です。働き始めて。で、最初にジブリ。
Yoichi? Oh, that's a cool
最初に話が来た時にちょっと迷ったんですけど、とりあえず1枚サンプルを作ろうということになって、これを見てすごく面白いなと思ったんですよね。見た目は日本のアニメのバックグラウンドなんですけど、それがこのゲームになるっていうので、今まで見たことないものができるんじゃないかなと思って参加してます。
Yeah. Yeah, so that's your texture file right there. This is super cool, man. Now it's created some problems though inside the game, I think, with them going a little too in depth with some of their textures and models and stuff like that. I feel like I'll talk about that later.
柳さんご素人ってすごい大変なもの書いてますねって言ってたんですけど、
Simplest thing
確
for
か
the
に
hardest
そ
to
のブロック
draw.
を一個一個書いていかないとフィニッシュできないような絵なので、それが印象に残ってます。今回の仕事が完成するとまた新しいジャンルができるんじゃないかなと思って、
I can't wait to like
そ
fly
こ
through
か
the
ら
game.
また新しい方向性とか見えてきたりできたりすればいいかなと思って今仕事してます。
It does.
That's all.
I feel like people need to know though. I feel like that's part of it, like a fact that just everybody's gonna look at it and be like, oh, it looks outdated or something, but it's hand painted. I think once you realize that, especially if you're, I don't know, you know, the game has a lot of blurring and ghosting happening in right now. It's in their patch notes. They say that they're going to be fixing it, but we'll have to see. But for right now, I think that really hinders some of the
these in person.
Details that
really
you
love
see.
this
You know,
one.
what settings are you on? Are you on ultra, or are you on, you know, something where you have
This
to
is probably
compromise?
the one you see most often in the game.
It's a big game. I have to compromise
Here's
a
a
little bit.
fun little art techniques sort of reveal. When I first initially looking at this, I thought the yellow here, these little yellow color were painted on top. But actually, Yoichi underpainted yellow. So you can see here, the yellow is underneath and it gets stretched off to reveal itself. So it has a very deliberate and interesting look to it. Wow, I really can't believe it. All of these beautiful paintings from Yoichi, who had worked on Ponyo, House Moving Castles.
So there you go, man. If you're gonna go play this game,
many other films.
just know when you're looking at the textures inside of the game, they were hand painted by some dude. You know, that is super cool. This is like, oh, let's go find some textures off of blah 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 and throw them in there. You know, yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, these guys have a nice little roadmap, and you know they kind of tell you, they put the patch notes out before they put the patch out, which is kind of crazy. Like I like No Man's Sky, and I just definitely don't like the developers who developed the game at all, because they never say anything. They put out an emoji, and then they put out a broken update, and then they let everybody kind of fight over it and figure it out. You know, it works for them because the mystery kind of pulls in more sales for them. They've always been this enigma kind of a developer, but I don't like that. So I like it that these guys are pretty transparent. They put the roadmap down here. You know, they got other patch notes. Like right now, they're looking for PC testers for multiplayer and high-end users who are having problems, so they can see what is causing problems on higher-end specs, and so maybe they can work out and kind of you know, streamline the game to run on everything here. So Airlines introduces the human catapult. So, you know, just you have like a glider, but now it looks like they're going to put some catapult system in there. It's a big world, and I'd like to get around a little bit faster, so it's kind of neat. New mounts, which is something that I've been really hoping for. We've had this little, it's kind of very underwhelming donkey rabbit thing, but these are going to be coming up here. Hopefully, maybe it's a little bit faster or something. It'd be really cool to implement these guys to kind of help you maybe warn that there's predators around, or maybe hold something. It'd be kind of cool to have maybe some, you know, if I got this little mule guy, why can't I stack him full of shit? You know what I'm saying? Resource distribution and balancing, stone boulders, and all the things that you're finding throughout the land need to be, you know, distributed a little bit better. Like, you know, you're looking for iron. Iron's hard to find, man. You got to go way up in the hills, and it just doesn't seem as abundant as it should be. You know, just things like that. I don't think they have the ratios down very well. New ways to move bloom step arrows. I had these, you know, after the patch, and I didn't read the patch notes, and then this just looks so cool. You just make these little hoppy spots across the water. Yeah, because it's one thing, you're in the water and your I don't know, it's kind of your fatigue is setting in. No matter what you do, it's kind of a weird, the fatigue thing is kind of an odd thing for me, but you'll just die out in the middle of the water because you can't make it back. So you got to kind of pay attention to your fatigue meter. New points of interest. The game has so much room for making like little stuff. I mean, it's got such a great blank slate for them to work with right now. It's amazing that I've gotten so many hours out of this game, and I just can't wait to be able to put more hours into a complete version of this game. I'll probably settle down for a little bit, but I love the game. I got about 90 hours into it so far, and well, it's just absolutely fabulous. That's everything I kind of like about the game. You know, there's definitely some things that I don't like about the game. You know, placing items down, inventory, but it's not finished yet, so I can't really complain too much about things that I don't like. So I'll keep this one updated. For me, getting 90 hours out of a game and actually completing it before it's done is almost maybe a first for me. I'm definitely happy. I feel like I've already gotten my money's worth out of the game before the game was even finished. I hope they stay true with the direction that they're going in, and for that, I love Towers of Aghasba. Hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.